This is Whipping It Out with Anthony Cumia on the Red Apple Podcast Network. Now, here's Anthony Cumia.
Hey, it's Anthony Cumia. We are whipping out free speech and the truth. Don't worry, nothing below the belt line is being whipped out here. Another shooting, of course. This one at an ICE facility in Dallas, Texas, and it starts. Everyone's got to jump in and try to figure out what this guy was all about. What's his affiliation? His politics? Is he a nut? Is he MAGA? Is he Antifa? And we've reached a point in this country where we don't even care what we see. We don't even care what the evidence is that is shown to us. We don't believe anything. We as American people do not believe anything we see anymore. We need to pick and choose something that suits our own agendas and then just run with that. Because I'm seeing a lot of people on CNN and MSNBC and a lot of people on social media that are obviously left-wing. And they're saying that this guy that shot up the ICE facility in Dallas, killing a couple of detainees and injuring another one, I believe, he was at MAGA. That's what they're saying, because the illegal detainees were shot in an unmarked van or in a van with no windows. It was marked ICE, but because he shot 3 detainees, it must mean he's MAGA. And that's what social media is getting on today. This guy was such a marksman. He knew that if he shot into a van, he would hit illegal detainees. Because that's what MAGA does, right? They go around shooting people. No, that's what the left does. That's what crazy liberals who have been completely brainwashed by politicians, Hollywood, everything, mainstream news media. They've been brainwashed that these people are evil. ICE is evil. And he's taking pot shots into a van and hits 3 detainees. I think he was shooting at an ICE van and not at the people in it, not knowing, because there's no windows, that there weren't ICE agents in the back. There were detainees. And it seems like he was shooting at ICE agents. He shot at the building indiscriminately, shot at motor vehicles, and then he hits 3 detainees in the back of the van. This is obviously a liberal mental patient. His avatars on his social media were communist symbols and whatnot. His sister is engaged or going out with a transgender person. It fits the whole bill of these violent lefty extremist nuts that have been completely brainwashed by the left. Their violence knows no end. They are the ones that go out and instead of talking, instead of debating, I mean, we've seen it with Charlie Kirk, they'd rather pick up a gun and shoot people they don't agree with. And ICE and law enforcement in general, but particularly ICE, has been villainized so badly through the left, through Democrats, politicians. They call them the SS, the Gestapo, Nazis, stormtroopers. They're arresting American citizens and deporting them. All bullshit. But these weak-minded liberal mental patients who are so doped up on whatever their parents, when their parents send them to the therapist, they're so doped up on whatever psycho drugs that they don't know what they're doing half the time. And they're very impressionable by politicians and mainstream media and their dopey friends. So what do we get? We get a bunch of insane left-wing Manchurian candidates to do the bidding of the left and the Democrats. And that's exactly what they've been doing. Going out, committing violence because they believe everything the left says about Trump, MAGA, Republicans, conservatives, Christians, ICE, law enforcement. They just believe it, that they're inherently evil, an existential threat to democracy. They're taking away your freedoms. And every so often, they're going to strike a nerve with the right mental patient, and that mental patient's going to go out and start shooting people. It's just the way it goes. That's what we're looking at now as a country.
The following is a paid political announcement.
Lifelong Democrat Diana Florence served for 25 years as a Manhattan prosecutor under DA Robert Morgenthau. She put criminals away, stood up for victims, and protected our streets. Now, Diana is challenging failed Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg as an independent because it's time for a DA who fights for our families, not criminals. That's why Diana has won the support of organized labor like the steamfitters, plumbers, and ironworkers, everyday New Yorkers who want a DA they can trust. Manhattan needs a DA who will do the job, prosecute crime. That's Diana Florence. Under Alvin Bragg, crime is up and prosecutions are down. Bragg doesn't prosecute crime. He plays partisan politics. Bragg failed to protect women and failed to protect workers. As a prosecutor, Diana Florence won groundbreaking convictions, fighting against corruption, domestic violence, wage theft, and deadly working conditions. She's always been a partner of unions, community groups, and to cops like us. For Manhattan District Attorney, vote for Diana Florence. Diana4DA.com. Paid for by Diana for Manhattan DA.
Once upon a mundane morning, Barb's day got busy without warning. A realtor in need of an open house sign. No, 50 of them, and designed before 9.
My head hurts.
Any mighty tools to help with this plight?
Aha!
Barb made her move. She opened Canva and got in the groove.
Bulk creating Canva sheets. Create 50 signs fit for suburban streets.
Done in a click, all complete.
Sweet!
Now, imagine what your dreams can become when you put imagination to work at canva.com.
This ties into what we've been seeing with unity. We have to unite as America. And the left always comes up with this great plan right after one of their puppets have committed some type of violent act against the right. And that's exactly what we're seeing here. I think I saw Hillary Rodham Clinton recently talking about just that. We got to unite. We can't demonize each other, is what she said. The very next sentence, she demonized President Trump and his supporters. So they don't want unity either. They just want to try to appear as the people that are saying that we need to stop with the rhetoric. They're the ones doing the rhetoric. Stop with the villainizing of people. They're the ones villainizing people. We're not calling them Nazis. We call them what they are, mental patients. But no one just goes around shooting mental patients. You know who they do shoot? People you've dubbed Nazis and existential threats and the Gestapo and the SS. Danger to you and your rights. You know, the left, we look at it as a danger to maybe a good time at a family dinner. They'll start yapping about something and you go, this idiot's talking again. We're not the one threatening violence. We're not the group of people that are taking up arms and shooting you. And we're not the ones that are clamoring for a united discussion or shaking hands with the other side. We're done. That ship sailed. We don't want to talk to you anymore. And it's not out of the same reason the left doesn't want to speak to us. They think we're inherently evil. They don't want to talk to us. We're terrible, evil people. We don't want to talk to you because it's been found to be completely useless, a complete waste of time. You're not open-minded enough to listen to anyone else's take on anything. If people don't agree with what the left is saying, they are evil. They are some kind of ist or phobe, and they don't deserve to breathe. So why the hell should we reach out, as we have many times, too many times in the past, to reach out and try to engage in some type of debate over these issues? They've proven time and time again, if you don't agree with us, you are completely against us, you're evil and must be eliminated. And that's what we're looking at. That's the type of people that want us to unite with them. No, that is a done deal. We're done talking to you. And that doesn't mean moving on to violence. It just means we're done talking to you. I don't want to hear from you anymore. You're like an old ragging girlfriend. I just don't want you in my life. I don't want to talk to you anymore. And I think that's probably the best angle we can take right now. Things are changing. Things are changing. You could feel it. People aren't afraid to be called names anymore, like racist or phobic, Islamophobic, sexist, whatever it is. With some people, it's a badge of honor nowadays. because it doesn't really mean what they think it does or what they say. When they call you a racist, it just means you've inconveniently brought up some crime statistics, perhaps. If you're transphobic, it means you might have said you saw a man with male pattern baldness wearing rouge and a dress and thought he looked ridiculous. Well, now you're advocating violence against trans people, they would say. Their take on everything is so insane, and their demands that we play along is equally as crazy. And when we don't play along, we are evil, terrible people that are asking that violence be committed against them. When the truth of the matter is, we just don't want to deal with you. And I'm not going to play some stupid game where I call you they, them, or any other of these pronouns that they want to be called, or play along with your dumb game that a man is a woman, because it isn't. And that men should participate in women's sports. They shouldn't. These are just common sense things. And we're done. We're done talking about it. And I'm done right here. Anthony Cumia, whipping it out. That's right. Catch my show 8 to 11 p.m. Eastern Time, Sunday night on WABC Radio and its affiliates. Till next time, keep whipping out free speech.
Thanks for listening to Whipping It Out with Anthony Cumia. If you like the podcast, share it with your friends and listen anytime at WABCRadio.com and download the WABC Radio app. Hit that subscribe button on all major podcast platforms. Plus, follow WABC on social on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and X. See you next time for a new episode so you never have to wonder.
What the heck is going on here?